MaxspeedTV, where we fly, racing fast and we're getting by, chatting up the waves, voice in sync, one more lap before we blink. MaxspeedTV, feel the vibe, every engine set to ride, speed and story side by side, on this ride we come alive. Fuel and friendship in the same lane, we share the wins and every pain, from pole position to last place, we keep the banner in the race. Headsets on, we break the news, line to line we never lose, racing hearts and open mics, MaxspeedTV, let's ignite. Let's go, wheels spinning, lights begin to blur. Can you feel it? Engines roar, voices stir. Lap after lap, we chase the burn. MaxspeedTV, it's our turn. MaxspeedTV, where we fly, racing fast and we're getting by, shining up the waves, voice in sync, one more lap before we blink. MaxspeedTV, feel the vibe, every engine set to ride, speed and story side by side, on this ride we come alive.
Here we go, folks. Round number 4 here tonight for the Southern Excitement Racing League of Season number 1. Tonight, the Healing Place Church 200 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. A big shout out to the Gathering Place Church here tonight for coming on board, sponsoring tonight's race. Of course, the Healing Place Church, you can catch them live on Facebook and on YouTube every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. A big shout out to Dakota Camper out there for throwing that sponsorship out here. So, you know, a big shout out to the the Gathering Place Church. I think I said the Healing Place Church, and I did. This is the Gathering Place Church. Oops. Alrighty, I made sure I fixed that. The Gathering Place Church. So a big shout out to them and Dakota out there for sponsoring tonight's event here this evening. Of course, how's everybody doing here this evening? A good turnout here in chat tonight. It looks like we've got about 3 watching likes right now. I'm sure that number will go up as we get more closer into tonight's race. Well, first we'll take a look at our team standings coming into tonight. We do have the Southern Excitement Racing up at the top at 407. Prentice Rattel Racing in second at 356. First Gear Racing in third at 323. And Racers for Christ in at 290. Of course, a lot of season to go, so definitely anything can happen when it comes to going from whether it be fourth to first or first to fourth or third to second, second to fourth, whatever the case may be. Still a whole lot of time left to of course finalize the team standings here for season number 1. Of course, a big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine for coming on board and of course sponsoring our stages this season. Our stage tonight will be at the end of lap 80. So again, a big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine out there. Now, of course, here is the track car combo. I do have the first 3 marked off. We are at Bristol tonight. Now, next week, the Chicago Street there in the next gen. Las Vegas into the Xfinity car for the first time this season. And that's going to be interesting. Those Xfinity cars are known to blow up if you don't get air into them. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. It shouldn't be too bad at Vegas. And we go back to the ARCA car at New Hampshire. But let's get through the first couple of races here before we start talking about all the other tracks and car combos here. Now, of course, this is our schedule as we get to it. Chicago Street Course, we're going to go 40 laps there and our stage there, but at the end of 15 laps. November the 11th, we will be at Las Vegas for 150 laps. Our stage there will be at the end of lap 60. Then New Hampshire, November the 18th for 150 laps. A stage there at 60, off week for Thanksgiving. They'll come back and finalize the regular season at Darlington December the 2nd at 135 lap. Stage there will be at 155. We'll jump down into the standings coming in to tonight. It looks like we're setting at 105 for Zach Michaelis there in the top. Blake Giglio didn't move either there in second. Quentin in third. Now moving up 13 spots into fourth. Dakota Camper in fifth. Patrick Colby sixth. Andrew Rattel seventh. Tied with Isaiah Sutherland. John Osborne in showing ninth there. And Jason Heat running out the top 10. This is our point standings coming in tonight. Looks like Mr. Lane, that is Dylan out there in that. How is Dylan doing? All right, Dylan, better knock that off about Oklahoma and Arkansas. We're gonna end up fighting. You know better than that. But our pre-race analytics before we dive into qualifying in about 4 minutes here. We're looking at some wind out there at about 7 miles an hour, an air temp of 77, a track temp of 84, 200 laps, 100 miles. Now, they do get a total of 5 sets of tires. That does include the set they start with. Now, on fuel, I don't think tires are going to hold up this much, but fuel is roughly anywhere between the ballpark of 80 to 90 a lap. So we're looking at guaranteed at least 2 pit stops for fuel. Probably see a little more with the tires, but 80 the laps definitely for fuel. Now, pit road here at Bristol is a gruesome 35 miles an hour. Gonna definitely have to be careful here at Bristol. And unlike other tracks, too, you get caught speeding on pit road, you get, have a boo-boo coming down pit road, wrecking, whatever the case may be, you'll go a lap down here very quickly. And if you don't have any yellows, well, you're not going to get that lap back easy at all. So definitely going to have to be on their P's and Q's here tonight at the Last Great Coliseum. Now, pace speed here is a 40. It should be 90, but, that's just my opinion. However, hopefully we don't see a lot of yellows here. Now, remember, stage, they do not throw the yellow for the stage. It will just keep going, and then they will do the stage there at the end. So we'll see how all of this kind of racks up to be here tonight. Oh, I'll get to that here in just a second. Going to step away here real quick, folks. Play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So hang tight with qualifying underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, we are back. Qualifying underway here this evening. Looks like right now the number 13 of Kyle Heath with the top spot and the top position there with a 14.780. Congratulations to Kyle on the top spot for now. We do still have other drivers out here putting in laps. It looks like Jason Heaney is out here as well on his second lap. Blake Giglio, however, is sitting at the exit of pit road. We will see if he does decide to come out or not. Jason Heaney is done. He is going to go up there into the 6th spot for now. Chad Ashley, Levi Murdoch, Zach Michaelis, and John Osborne have yet to come out here tonight. Oh. Y'all being mean to Eric out there. Looks like we've got about 18 watching right now, 5 likes. Big shout out to everybody out there tuning in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. Down to a minute 15. First lap there is going to be for Blake. A 14.805. Almost said 18.805. Boy, if that was the case. Something needed to happen there. Looked like that lap counted. Like a 14.805. 14.730. But it did not count. So it looks like Blake is going to start in the 4th spot. Well, all right. Well, that's going to bring us to our 5-second mark. We're going to get Kyle down here real quick. Have a talk to Kyle Heath, buddy. Got a copy.
I got you.
Hey, man. Well, I don't get to pick on you this week. We won't talk about why.
Where you going?
What? But what we will talk about is tonight's pole position, man. Awesome job on grabbing the pole, man. It's Bristol. A lot of, short track racing. This track is fast. It's got banking. You got to be careful. What do you feel about Bristol tonight?
I really don't know. I mean, I just take it one lap at a time. Basically, just try to race my race, not worry about anybody else, and let the car stay on me and let the car come to me.
Do you think being out front is going to help?
Yeah, I mean, not really. There's a lot of hard chargers behind me, so they're gonna be trying to charge for the front. That's for sure.
Okay, all right.
But hopefully, we can get some long green flag runs. If we do, it'll work out for the better.
Yeah, definitely so. All righty, Kyle. Well, good luck down there, buddy, and see what you can do here tonight. And congratulations on the pole here at Bristol.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, Kyle Heath down there grabbing the pole. All right, well, let's get them down here on the grid, shall we? Maybe. All right, well, our starting grid out here tonight. Kyle Heath, who we just talked to, grabbing the pole out there with the 14.780. Congratulations to Kyle on the pole. Dakota Camper going to start on the outside of him in second. Patrick Colby third. Blake Giglio on his third lap of qualifying had it, but didn't count because you only get 2 laps. So he is going to start fourth here tonight. Isaiah Sutherland fifth. Quentin Clark sixth. Jason Heaney 7th. Eric Jensen in 8th. Matt Crockett 9th. And Justin Lumpkin in 10th. Andrew Rattel 11th. Josh Anderson in 12th. Matthew Prentice 13th, Shea Tarleton 14th, Aiden Tatro 15th, John Osborne not qualifying. He'll start 16th. Likewise with Zach Michaelis there in 17th, Levi Murdoch in 18th. Chad Ashley did not grid. Not sure if he's going to start here tonight, but he is going to be in the back of the field here in 19th. Now 2 laps in qualifying at Bristol, and of course we will get it going the only way we know how to do on MaxspeedTV as we see just how small this track. Well, the track itself is pretty small, but you add in the stands and all that, it's pretty good size. This is just on iRacing. I've never been there in real life. Maybe one day that will change. On the back stretch here at the last great Coliseum, and coming in to turn number 3. Pull those belts tight one more time. This is the gathering place, and not the... Here we go. Green's out for the first time. The gathering place, Church 200. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing here tonight at Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. Already seeing some drivers go toward the back, and the first lap is going to go to Kyle Heath. 1 lap down and 199 more to go. And our first yellow already. Uh-oh. Not for that. That happened at. I am not sure my play button is not working. Oh, that is the 65 of Prentice. Oh no, and it looks like he might have just lost it here. Up down into the corner, it just looped on him right there in front of traffic. And that is going to bring out the first yellow of the evening. Well, not the way they wanted to start it here. Right? Yeah, I don't know why my button that's the driving aid, but I don't need that. I don't like this new AI. So I guess we'll just have to deal with it for now, and we go back in there and fix it afterward. Button's not working. All right, well, Kyle Heath, Dakota Camper, Patrick Colby, Blake Giglio, Isaiah Sutherland. That's going to be our top 5 here. Coming to lap number 7. All right, well, Kyle's in control, and we are in the restart. Green's out, back underway here tonight at Bristol. All right, hopefully we got that out of the way. And they are neck and neck, though. 87. Patrick Colby, the 20 of Isaiah, Quinn Clark, Eric Jensen. Nice to see Eric back in the lineup here with everybody. Nice to see, oh, got some bumping and banging going on back here around Jason Heaney. Eric Jensen, Quentin Clark duking it out. Zach Michaelis, Andrew Rattel was duking it out there for about a second. Coming up on Shay Tarleton. Shay says he's not a big fan of Bristol, but I've heard that one before. Kind of how it plays out as the race goes on for Shay. Jason Heaney, Josh Anderson, side by side, even some company up ahead of them with Quentin and Eric again. Be the 5 and the 99. Once these guys get separated a little bit, we'll have to worry about the lap traffic. And boy, Kyle Heath opened up a little over second lead over Blake Giglio, who's now up to second after starting fourth. Remember, his third lap in qualifying was a 14.730. That would have put him on pole if it was on his second lap, but his second lap did not count, so only get 2 laps. Had to just stay with the E4 starting position. Everett, I do not. I do not have it. Watching a battle brew here between Isaiah and the Captain Crunch Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Captain, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch machine, Patrick Colby. Rising, not running Alabama paint. Man, these guys are nose to tail right here. Nobody better make a sudden move. Something happens back here, and it's not going to be pretty. Just right now running a lot of single file out on the track, which is probably a good thing. Find some of these laps down already on lap number coming to 22. Zach Michaelis, Matt Crockett, very quick battle back here, right behind them, and going to the inside is the 18 of Justin Lumpkin. He is going to try to get around Matt Crockett. That would be for 12th. Right now I'm seeing at the moment this is the only close side-by-side battle per se. There is potential battles brewing, but that was the only close battle. Matt and Justin still going at it. Justin's going to prevail. Now Shay Tarleton, Matt Crockett. Jay, 94. Poke it up through here. Got caught on the outside. Oh, and he tags the wall. Matthew Prentice also way up through in the 65. Kyle still about a second, 1.1, 1.2 seconds ahead of Blake Giglio up at the top. Levi Murdoch and Shea Tarleton. Like Shea starting to fall back a little bit. Still a long way to go, though. Long way to go. Levi Murdoch, Matt Crockett. Every time I see Matt's name, I think Davy Crockett. King of the Wild Frontier. You know, just saying. I think Matt falling to the back here. Matt heard me. I'll remember our stage, sponsored by Darren's Detail and Shine. Be on at the completion of lap 80. A ways to go. At about 48 more laps or so. Really just trying to keep it on, everybody. Quentin Clark, Patrick Colby, Eric Jensen. Three-car pack right here. Quentin was able to get around Patrick. Quentin now trying to work way up to Sutherland, who right behind of Dakota Camper of the Gathering Place Church. Get a big shout out to Dakota. Oh, I said the Healing Place earlier, and I do apologize. Right, well, just back here. Aiden Tatro running the high line. Gets that run on the outside, but look who's right there. Andrew Rattel. Like Andrew might make the pass here, and he will do just that. Andrew falls back a spot, and here comes Prentice. Oh, boy, that was close. In of Levi Murdoch, the Kool-Aid car. All right, now is the time not to be the Kool-Aid man. I know I said that last week, and you know what happened. We'll try it again here tonight. Side by side here with Aiden Tatro. Still side by side. Man, they are door to door. I'm trying to keep it on everybody else here, but right now this is the battle I'm watching. Oh, Aiden up to the wall. Oh. Gonna get ate up by John Osborne and Shea Tarleton. Aiden's gonna fall back into the 17th spot. Matt fell off the pace a little bit here. He's back here in 18th. Like Zach Michaelis, Josh Anderson. Very close battle here for 9th, but 9th and 10th. Yeah, you remember that, don't you? Oh, man. Well, let's see here. Blake has caught the back bumper of Kyle, so we could have a potential battle for the lead here between the 13 and the 16. Camper, Sutherland, Clark, Colby, Jensen kind of right here together from about 3rd on back to 7th. Let's keep an eye, really, let's jump up to the front here real quick and keep an eye on Kyle and Blake. As I say that, Justin Lumpkin and Josh Anderson decides to go do some battling back here for 10th. Justin is going to take that spot away from Josh. However, long way to go. So we are coming up on lap number 50 here. I am watching Blake here, and I think Kyle is too, knowing that Blake is right onto his tail. Blake, I think, is trying to set him up, figure out what line. Here he goes to the outside. Not gonna be enough. There he goes to the inside. Battle for the lead now. But it looks like Kyle is gonna keep it. Wow! They're gonna be coming up on some lap cars here, or a potential lap car. That is Aiden, who is the last car on the lead lap back here in 17th. And the leaders have caught him. Now, I think Kyle's going to try to use him a little bit. I think it might have slowed him down. And it did. That is going to allow the 16 of Blake to go to the outside. That is not going to help Kyle any. We have a new leader here tonight. Kyle led the first 53 laps. But still a long way to go, so anything could happen. All right, well, let's check it. Amper, Clark, Sutherland, Colby, Jensen, still all right here together. Oh, the 5 bouncing off the wall. Quentin Clark. Mark Designs 5. I don't think that's what we mean. We say mock. Don't mean wall. Still watching here. We have a potential battle ahead of them, too. Yep, Dakota Camper, Isaiah Sutherland, a battle for 3rd. Door-to-door, the 3 and the 24 going hard door-to-door. Lap number 60, folks. Oh. Isaiah Sutherland. Go ahead and something up here. Lap 80. All right. I was just making sure I had that right. Can't remember from 1 minute to the next. Amper, Clark, Jensen, Heaney now. 5-3-99. And the 9. All right here together. Levi Murdoch, Shea Tarleton. Battle back here. There comes the 16. That's the 16. Up 16 on the car. I think that is actually supposed to be like, that was our leader, actually. I don't know why I couldn't find him. They are fighting some lap cars here, too. That hurts. Oh, somebody's into the wall. That was find out. Is that Aiden? Might have been Aiden. That might have been Aiden in all there. Well then. Steven! Right, coming up on lap 70. Lake has opened up a little over second lead over Kyle now. Isaiah and Patrick, third and fourth, right close together. He'll have the best ride here. Art, Eni, Lumpkin. Also have Camper, Jensen, Michaelis. In fact, Michaelis started back at 17th. Already worked his way up to 7th. Quentin Clark, Jason Heaney duking it out. Quentin started in 6th, running at 8th. Heaney started in 7th, right here in 9th now. Well, 8th, 9th, depending on how you look at it. Oh! 99. Eric Jensen tagging the wall. Oh, and here we go. 3 wide at Bristol. Oh, buddy boy. Eric backed out of that one quick. Oh, let's take a look at that again. On the MaxspeedTV quick rewind. Real wide at Bristol. Man, oh man. Side by side. Amper, Kalis, Clark, Heaney. Lumpkin's got a good view. Now he's gonna definitely have to be on his toes though, because close as he is, no reaction time to anything that could possibly happen. As Amper's falling back now, he got into the wall there, possibly burning up some tires. John Osborne, Andrew Bell battling for 12th as we hit lap number 80 here. This is lap 80, so this coming up time, Bob, will be the end of the stage. This will be sponsored by Darren's Detail and Shine, and that is going to go Blake Giglio, our stage winner. Congratulations to Blake on the stage win. Big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine for coming on board and sponsoring stage winner. These guys this season. Stages are done. Now it's going to be straight up coming to racing, and they have been out here 80 plus laps. I am surprised, being the fact that tires, some did come down on that one lonely yellow, but one actually came down, didn't stop. That was John Osborne. Does look like Jason Heaney, though, is down on the pit road here. So this is going to open up the window for pit stops here. The first round of what hopes to be a couple of green flag pit stops here tonight. Like Quentin Clark coming down. Right now, that's the two drivers that have seen shot down pit road. Well, here we go. Andrew Rattel coming down. Levi Murdoch. Jason Heaney's already back out onto the racetrack. Like they're going to have to drive all the way around pit box. Right now we've got drivers 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 and 4 laps down as we are on the green flag pit stops here. Justin Lumpkin down pit road for the first time. Waiting to see who else comes down. Everybody else right at the moment staying out. See anybody else? Well, here comes Shay down pit road. Lap 92. Wow. I would imagine a bunch more. And here comes Kyle Heath down pit road. So here is one of our top drivers that's running up there in the top 5 down pit road. Pole sitter. I know I'm probably going to miss some drivers coming down pit road due to the fact that how quick, they get down. They're going to have to be careful. Here comes Josh Anderson down pit. Now, here comes our leader, Blake Giglio down pit road. Like Aiden also down pit road. Prentice down pit. Probably gonna see some guys try to stay out and lead a lap. Like Isaiah just got a lap led there. I'm sure we've had a bunch of them lead laps. We might even have a few try to go to the 100 lap mark here. Just to see if they could push it. Patrick Colby down pit road. Jensen is coming down. Isaiah stays out. Zach Michaelis stays out. John Osborne and Dakota Camper. Those are the last drivers I have to see come down. Oh, Zach Michaelis having a hiccup here, trying to come down pit road, and it looks like I'd have locked it up here. Yep. Yeah, he hit that apron and it just got him loose. Oh, man. That hurts. Isaiah's also down pit road. John Osborne and Dakota Camper, last 2 drivers. That is going to need to come down pit road at some point. Here comes the 3 of Dakota Camper. Now John's the only driver that needs to come down. I stated before, he came down earlier but didn't stop. So according to my stats, he didn't stop. Now here he comes now. He is diving it down to the apron, coming down pit road as we speak. That will give the lead potential back up to Blake. Yellow flag is out. Oh my gosh. You have got to be kidding me. Isaiah Sutherland. Oh, this was a biggin. I wouldn't say a biggin, but biggin. It looks like Isaiah might have got tagged here. Possibly right there. Could have been some net code. Oh, the 87 looks like might have gotten to the back of the 10, and then the 87 gets tagged by the 94. Let's get another look at it here quick. Go to a chase view. Fan of why that popped up there, but okay. Well, let's see here. Right here. Ooh, that was close. If the 10 did tag him, it was slight, but right there definitely took the air off of him. Possibly a little net code, but that definitely upset the 24 of Isaiah. Isaiah goes around. Then the 10 gets tagged by the 87. Then the 87 gets tagged by the 94. That is where we're going to have the yellow is right there. Oh, man. Oh, they do get one fast repair if need be. So if they have to use that, which I would imagine number 4 modified ARCA car of Isaiah Sutherland might need is. Well, we did have a few already on pit road as well, Eric. So, you know, we'll see how, you know, how that all plays out, you know, after everything kind of resets and advances itself. And, yeah, I would think Isaiah might have to use his fast repair, but he did not come down pit road. So, it does look like John Osborne is going to be our leader here. Everybody slowly works around the pace car. Might have an extension. Yep, and I was just thinking that we might have an extension here of the yellow to get everybody, you know, around the pace car, caught back up. Like Aiden Tatro has a black flag as well. Got John Osborne as our leader, but I've got Quentin Clark in second. So, we're having all sorts of problems here, it looks like, at Bristol here tonight. I really don't know who is per se. Looks like Osborne gonna have to over, as well as the 11. Like we've got some drivers kind of pulling over and getting out of the way. We have Quentin Clark as our first car. Got Dakota, the first car a lap down. All confused. All confused. Definitely going to be interesting, though. Regardless of how it all plays out, definitely going to be interesting. All right, it looks like they're not going green again. Oh. All right, now it looks like we're getting lined out here. Looks like Quentin is our leader. Kyle, then Blake, then Justin, Jason, Andrew. Dakota is right up ahead of the leader. Right, so still not done yet. The script, but for the top 3. All right, well, green's out. Quentin is our leader. We are back underway here tonight at Bristol. Like I said, looks like, okay, Camper is supposed to be 8th. All right, so I think that got thrown. I'm not sure. I think that got thrown for a reason. Yeah, I don't think it was a yellow. I think it got thrown to get everything straightened back out. That's why everybody was single file. This is going to give Zach Michaelis, though, the lucky dog. Oh, he'll get back on the lead lap. Like Isaiah is having something. Maybe oh man. This is one of the reasons is one of the reasons why Bristol is one of those up and down tracks, because, you know, it does have its fair share of hiccups of its own. Now, looks like we are getting double foul right here as a Dakota camper comes flying out of pit road, but he's going to have to wait until everybody gets around and come back out on the track. He'll go at the tail end of the field. All right. Pace car is down and away. Here we go. Green's back out of Bristol here tonight. Quentin, Kyle, Blake, Justin, Andrew, Jason, John, Zach, Eric, and Isaiah rounding out the top 10. And boy, Isaiah flying through the field here. Might just be a glitch there with no front bumper on my end. However, it looks like a modified. As Kyle Heath battles yet again here with Quentin for the lead. Kyle's going to overtake Quentin. Blake in the third place spot. Heaney in fourth. Andrew Rattel in fifth. No. Oh! Somebody playing that game where you pull the lever back and you hit it, not ping pong, but yeah, either way, the 9 playing that game. Rattel, Blake Giglio. Blake's got company, though. Quentin still keeping it close there with Kyle. A lot of drivers. Got some drivers. Garrett Jensen, Isaiah, Josh, Matthew, Patrick, Dakota, and Matt Crockett's all one lap down. Zach Michaelis is the last car on the lead lap here, running back here in 8th, but everybody else, I mean, they're still vying for the lucky dog, vying for position for the lucky dog, trying to get as many spots as they can. A lot of things are still at play right now. Pass it up for the winner. Yeah, well, all this rain that we have had, I will say this, my chest has been not too friendly. And if that's just a precursor to what this winter's gonna be, oh, I'm in for it. Oh, I am in for it. It's me happy rooting on the 87 of Patrick Colby. Oh, and speaking of which, oh no! We was on that when that happened, and I think it was possibly a chain reaction. As we see, oh, right there. The 65 of Prentice. A chase view. Camera up a little bit. It looks like Prentice. Yeah, it looks like he might have started losing it, and then right there, the 87 might have got shoved too by the 44 right up into the back of the 65, and then it was just on from there. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Oh, man. Well, all right then. Well, this just opened up a whole different playing field. Hard to do interviews on a short track, so green flag or yellow, a caution interview is not going to be a thing. Yeah, well, I ain't got a boat, so I ain't getting out of state license. Not paying $50 to fish for a couple of days, and no, that ain't happening. Deathly Shriek saying, let's go. They've been going. Like Giglio, Heaney, Michaelis, Keith, Clark, Rattel, Osborne, Lumpkin. Got Jensen in 9th. That might change. See here. No, it looks like Jensen is going to be 9th and Colby 10th. Everybody gets lined back up side by side again. Appreciate everybody out there. We've got 19 watching. We've got 5 likes, though. Smash the like button, folks. We would appreciate it here on MaxspeedTV, as well as the Southern Excitement Racing. Again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. Of course, Gathering Place Church 200 here tonight at Bristol. Back to the green. There's the green already back out. You can catch them live on Facebook and YouTube every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Big shout out to Dakota Camper. What's going to happen out here? Are we going to have yellow after yellow after yellow, or are we going to be able to run race and green laps here? Well, that remains to be seen, as we've got a lot of side-by-side as things starting to fire off again here tonight. Yeah, right, Eric. Yeah, I live in Arkansas, and I've been wanting to go over and fish with Steven in Oklahoma, but I'm not paying $30, $40 for a fishing license. That's not happening. I've got my Arkansas lifetime, so I don't have to buy an Arkansas fishing license again. So, yeah. Side by side, Josh Anderson, the 11. Hey, oh, we've got a bracket. Oh, a big wreck. Big wreck. Huge wreck. I have got to figure out where this... Oh, well, let's see here. Okay, I am going to get on to Kyle here. Oh, it looks like it might have started right around a Kyle. There is the 9 of Jason Heaney, too. So, big wreck. This is what I was talking about. No reaction time. This looks like this probably 16. There's the 9. What happened to Heaney? What happened to Jason Heaney? It looks like he just cut out on him. Yeah, did y'all hear that? Go cockpit here on Heaney too, and we'll listen. Yeah, it just either he missed a shift or something froze. Something stuck. I don't know what, but something happened to Heaney, and of course that caught Kyle. Caught the 19. Kyle goes into the wall. The 19. Kyle gets hit again. The 18. The 81. The 94. Maybe it would be easier to go through who was not involved in that. Ouch. Possibly? I think some of them did. Yeah, I know Eric or Kyle did. He just used his. It looks like a lot of drivers at thirds there as well. So, oh my, don't. My computer just locked up a minute as well, and now I'm fine. So that was odd. Strange. I don't have a fast repair though, Eric. So if something happens to my stuff, then I can't just click a button. All right, here we go. Green's back out once again here at Bristol. Yeah, I'm good now. I don't know what happened. Like Clark has a black flag. Prentice has a black flag. Not sure why, but they've got a black flag. And really, it's none of my concern on why they have a black flag. I just can see that they have one. I'll stay out of the nitty-gritty. All right, it looks like they were cleared. But I stay out of all that mess. None of my concern. Blake, Kyle, John, Andrew, Eric, top 5. Zach, Quentin, Jason, Isaiah, Colby, that's the top 10. Now, Patrick is one lap down, but all he needs is a yellow and not be involved in it, and he'll get the lucky dog and get back out on the lead lap here. But we are at 50 laps to go here, folks, at the completion of this lap. And there it is right there. We'll take a look here. Now, total of 5 cautions. One of those was I believe, thrown by an admin. Technically, I would say had 4, but for all intents and race purposes, we'll go with 5 for a total of 25 laps so far. 59 laps to go, and 8 elite changes are here. So big, this is turning out to be a very good race here, with everything, that has happened out here tonight, and of course with the mayhem. And yellow is out again. That is going to be Shay Tarleton on this one. Oh, what happened to Shay here? Find out. It looks like he might have just got a little bit too happy here. Yep, I think he did. That is going to spin the 90. Shay Tarleton. Like he tried to loop it around and then stopping right there on the track. Traffic's coming, and that's yellow. Another yeller. Josh started behind the wall. Talking about me. Oh, yeah. Going back to what I said. Yeah, that would definitely be a toe and behind the wall. Yes, definitely. I don't have my phone. You'll have to wait. Like Shay's down pit road here. So I guess in the meantime, while they're pacing here real quick, I'll go ahead and grab my phone off the charger. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. All right, well, back underway here. Now got back to my phone, back to the... Looks like Blake, Kyle putting pressure on Blake, Andrew, John, Zach, Eric, under fire, Quentin, Jason, all right here together. For 5.99 in the 9. Blake and Kyle still right here, 1-2. Andrew right there in third. Lumpkin, Prentice, like some drivers on pit road. Prentice, Carlton, and Tatra. Fox. Definitely keep an eye on it. One battle for the lead here, though, guys. 13 and the 13. Kyle Heath, Blake Giglio duking it out up for run once again. We've seen this already here tonight between these two drivers. Looks like Kyle is going to overtake that top position right at the moment. Like Shay coming back out onto the track here. Start calling him, don't give up Shay. I mean that because, he said he does not. Okay, yeah, I know he said he wasn't, this track wasn't too friendly to. Shay, don't give up, buddy, keep going. Oh, it looks like he's back into his box. Oh, no. and we have a yellow. Zach Michaelis. Oh, like him possibly in the 9. Yep, right there it was. Right there, contact. Could be some net code between. Get a closer look. I think the contact would have been made either way, but definitely we're going to see that number 9 machine come right up into. Definitely could have been a little net code. We're going to see Zach Michaelis, though. He's going to go hard into that pit road wall, separating the racetrack from pit road, and going to have some damage on that number 14 as see some drivers come down pit road. Several of them actually down pit road. Kyle, Quentin, Isaiah, like Colby, Osborne, Bell, Jensen, Heaney. Man, yeah, several of them down pit road. That's gonna put Blake like campers down pit road. Blake like he's just gonna stay out here. Maybe he knows something we don't. Prentice, no wonder he is in his pit box. He's been there almost 5 minutes. He's got a meatball and no faster. That's why he is. Man, tough break for. Yeah, and 5 sets, including the set they start with. That's how many sets they've got. Here we go. Back underway here at Bristol. Blake, Kyle, Quentin, Eric, Andrew, top 5. I would not rule out possibly another yellow, though. But the way these guys are racing, are getting down to the wire here. What does Kyle, Quentin, Eric, Andrew, John Patrick, Isaiah, Dakota, what do they have for Blake here? As we see Kyle go to the inside, a battle for the lead once again between the 16 and the 13. Oh, boy, that was close. Blake had it at the line, but they are still side by side up front. Zach Michaelis, Levi Murdoch battle back here to the 44th head. This is 13 of the 16 for the lead. That's going to put Quentin Clark and Eric Jensen right there close by as well. But look at this battle here. And another yellow. Josh Anderson. Oh, like he might have gotten caught up into with Zach Michaelis. like right there. Ooh, looks like the 10 of Levi right there. And get in contact with him, and that is where the 07 Josh Anderson got a piece. Oh, man. Kyle is going to take over the lead. Clark, Jensen, L. Osborne, Sutherland, Cody, Giglio back in 8th. He came down pit road. Matt Crockett. He's only been out here about 4 laps, but he did not stop at his. Not for exactly how many laps he has been out here. I would say 11-ish. He is the last driver on the lead lap here. Everybody else laps 4 down. We are at 18 to go, so things are going to start heating up here a little bit more at Bristol Motor Speedway. The Gathering Place Church 200. Again, you can catch them live on Facebook and YouTube every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. A big shout out to the Gathering Place Church and Dakota Camper out there for sponsoring tonight's race. Of course, this is sponsor image. Big shout out to them. Green flag is out. Here we go. The final 17 laps. Tonight, a big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine for sponsoring this season's stage litter here. And of course, a big shout out to everybody out there tuning in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. I was thinking that too, Everett, but you know, that's not my determination to, you know, make that call. So we'll let the admins do what they need to do. I think they'll look at it. Let the admins they do, and we'll go from there. We get paid to broadcast. We don't get paid to admin. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Eric Jensen, John Osborne, ooh, 81. John Osborne tagged the wall, and he keeps tagging the wall. Maybe he's wanting to turn that nerd's candy there. Oh, and he just tagged Dakota Camper in the 3. Ouch. Blake and Isaiah going at it. Ooh. I don't know if Isaiah's too happy about that. Oh, wow. We see that as Isaiah comes back over to the inside of the 16. We're going to watch here a battle here for 4th between and the 24 as Kyle Heath continues to stretch it a little bit, a half a second ahead of Quentin Clark there in 2nd. Kyle in 1st. Andrew in 3rd. Blake, Isaiah running 4th and 5th respectively. Blake trying to run down the 19 of Andrew Bell here. We are now pushing that 8 to go mark. 7 to go. Kyle now still about a half a second ahead. Oop, there goes Blake and Andrew here. Battle for third. That'd be the podium spot here. 10 cars, yes, on the lead lap. All the way back to Matt Crockett. Or Davy Crockett. That's Davy Crockett, by the way. Not Matt Crockett. That's Davy Crockett. Dakota Camper, Patrick Colby. It looks like Dakota was able to get around Patrick there. Dakota's got his eye set on Eric Jensen now. Kyle still about a half a second ahead of Quentin. Kyle does not want to see a yellow here. We are going to hit 3 to go there at the line. David Crockett, yep. And there it is, white flag in the air. One more time around. We are not going to have more yellows here. Kyle, Quentin, Blake. And Kyle Heath going to bring it home in the victory lane here tonight at Bristol. Quentin in second, and Blake going to grab the final podium spot there in third. Andrew Rattel fourth, Isaiah Sutherland rounding out the top 5. Boy, Blake didn't waste any time, got out of his car and left. Kyle Heath is going to win it here tonight. Congratulations to, I'll go ahead and say it, the Auburn Tigers car. 13 of Kyle Heath on the victory here tonight. Awesome job, Kyle. Grabbing the pole, leading 93 laps. Man, oh man. Alrighty, folks. Well, give me just a few seconds here, and I will get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show here, and we will have a talk with these guys here in just a second. Hang tight, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks. We have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. Of course, bring our winner here, Kyle Heath. 93 laps led under your belt, but man, it was not without a fight out here tonight at Bristol, buddy. We got to hear it from you, man. 200 laps. Had some hiccups down there on the racetrack here tonight, but hey, nonetheless, it was everybody was able to get it back under, under control and figure everything out. So, Kyle, talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. Started on pole. Took off from the field, and I didn't really feel like I was burning my stuff up, but I guess I was. The 16 car, he caught me pretty quick, and once when he got around me, he pretty much left me in the dust. So I had to make a few adjustments how I drove after that, and then we had a few cautions, and got behind my teammate, and something happened to his car, and I nailed him, and I got nailed from the back. Next thing you know, I got tossed around like a top. So I had to come in and take a fast repair, and then we had a few more cautions. I was able to uh, get some tires after good run, and then I noticed Blake came in on that last caution we had to come in and get tires. I knew he was going to drive through the field, but I think most everybody behind me stayed out, so he had a hell of a battle to try to catch back up. He did good coming back to get third.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a fight, of course. I know we got to look at what happened to, I guess, like you said, your teammate that was right up ahead of you. We got to look at it, and it just sounds like his car just hit 8,000 RPMs and then didn't go anywhere,
That's what he said. He said for some reason that the game or his wheel or something all of a sudden just made him go into third for just some ungodly reason.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that is definitely that's definitely strange seeing that. Well, it was a great race out here tonight at Bristol. Going into, of course, next week we go to Chicago Street Course. The next gen cars. How do you feel about? I've never even seen the Chicago Street, so I don't know what to expect going into that. Have you ever raced there?
Yep. The car sucks, track sucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, you heard it firsthand here from Kyle about Chicago Street Course. So apparently he is not a big fan of it. So Kyle, awesome job out here tonight on another victory, man. I know you've got a few final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate another win here this season, buddy. I'm going to turn the mic back over to you.
Yep, and give a big shout out to the league. It's been fun. Big shout out to you, Josh, for putting us out there, and I really enjoyed talking to you. Really good seeing you, staying healthy. Big shout out to teammate at First Gear Racing, Jason, for sticking in there. I hated he got pretty much kicked out tonight from his incidents, but all in all, it was good. It was a good night. Came out on top. I was kind of nervous there, but all in all, it was good. Now I'm ready for bed.
All righty, Kyle, go get some rest, buddy. We'll see you next week at your favorite racetrack.
Yeah, right.
All righty, buddy. We'll see you
Later.
later. All righty, well, that was Kyle Heath out there here tonight. We're going to go ahead and dive down here to our second place finisher here tonight. Quentin Clark here this evening. Well, Quentin, man, Mock Designs, number 5 machine, grabbing a P2 spot out here tonight. Of course, like everybody else, y'all had to fight for it. The wall wasn't too friendly to a few drivers. I know you hit the wall a few times. We kind of have to hear it from you because, Bristol's different for everybody else. So, how was the race out here for you tonight?
I actually hit the wall a lot less than I thought I would, so that was good. I'm here speaking to you today again, so that's good.
It's always a good thing, right?
Yeah, not a bad race. I wanted to be faster in the long run though, and I just started to build some bad habits because I was starting to get aggressive and thinking that I had saved my tires enough and started just pushing too early and fell off really bad. And but I figured out what those bad habits were early, which was good, except we didn't really have another long run, so I kind of put myself in a hole for a little bit. And then on top of that, I ended up running into Dakota under caution, giving myself nose damage, and then I got a speeding penalty in the pits for going like 1 mile an hour over. So overall, pretty happy with second after all that. But you can't help but to wonder, like, should I have taken 2 at the end? Would I have gotten ahead of Kyle?
Yeah.
Would I have speed? Because these cars rotate really well when with the 2 tires sometimes. So yeah, but who knows? I know Blake's thinking, who knows what could have happened too if we made a couple different decisions at the end there. But overall, can't be upset with silver.
Yeah, it's a coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, the tire was just fast here at the end too, so I just
Yeah.
even on the same tires and even with a good restart, I wasn't catching them. So
Well, was you hoping maybe for another late race yellow, say possibly, with about five to go?
no,
No.
no, I was burning my right front up. I was just sending it, just trying to see if I could catch them. I mean, I was just trying every line that I could to, run the same times as him, run a few laps the same as him, and think I could do something different to be a little bit faster and end up losing a tenth, and then wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's like I said, these races are, well, I could have done this, I should have done this,
Yeah.
and I would have done, yeah, you know how it goes. Well, hey, P2, not bad out here tonight, got some good points tonight again, buddy, so awesome job. Of course, next week, I think next week's really going to shoot some people in the foot. Chicago Street Course and the Gen 7s, of course, there's drivers out there that love road courses. So what do you feel about the Gen 7s on the street course?
I like road courses. I haven't even bought that one yet.
I don't have
so
it either, so
I couldn't tell you if I'm going to be good at it or not. I've got one other league that I'm running Phoenix on Monday. So unfortunately, that will be my priority is trying to win a championship. But I can turn a few laps, so I'm not horribly slow, and hope for a top 10, maybe a top 5 if I can figure out the street course. But not something I've ever done before. But I do like road racing in the next gen, so we'll see.
So yeah. That track's going to be brand new to me, and I think it's going to be a brand new to a lot of other people out there as well. So, we'll see what happens next week at the Chicago Street Course, buddy, in the Gen 7s. I know you've probably got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate P2. So I'll turn the mic back over to you.
Yeah, big shout out to you in the booth for helping us put on a show. Big shout out to Dakota and the guys here for putting on this league for us to have a little fun on Tuesday nights, and Southern Excitement Racing for adopted me again. I've been having fun racing with those guys and learning from them. And Blake and I had a couple restarts there where we were trying to work together on and see what we could do. And so big shout out to them and their sponsors, and Mach 5 Design, of course, for the shiny Mach 5, and Bomb Fire on Spotify, and my folks back home who are watching. Appreciate everybody watching, and thanks again.
All right, well, two things. First, good luck Monday
Thank you.
at
Appreciate
racetrack, and of course,
Fingers crossed.
yeah. What happens there, man? I won't be able to see it. Won't know anything until Tuesday. But good luck Monday, and we'll see you next week Tuesday for to Chicago Street. We'll see if you can maybe bring it home on another podium. Never know.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
All righty,
I have
Quentin.
zero expectations.
Yeah. All righty, Quentin. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Yep. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our P3 finisher here tonight. Blake Giglio. Blake, another good point tonight for you, man. In third, let some laps out here tonight, too. And, some yellows out here, some lap cars. I think it was a little bit of everything out here tonight, buddy. Man, talk about it. Your adversities, what you had to overcome out here tonight, how you managed to get back up there into the top 3 and, grab another podium, man.
Yeah, I think we really had the long run speed tonight. I think that that was kind of the strong suit for me tonight, and we just didn't have that there at the end. Got a little behind on strategy, and still ran third. Good points tonight. Should be the point leader still, so can't complain.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of what it is. I mean these things happen. It's short track racing, no reaction time. Everybody's out there bumping and banging, and I know you and Isaiah, y'all were bumping and banging out here tonight. I don't think there's any too bad juju between y'all two, but I don't know who was unhappier, you or him.
I thought we were. I wasn't unhappy. So if he wasn't unhappy, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
I think it was just end of the race, close racing, little contact. We still ran, third and fifth. So pretty good race.
Good points, Matt. All righty. Well, I know everybody's probably wanting to go to bed. I mean, it's only 9:30 for me. So but
Me too.
yeah. Okay. So you're Central
Well, no, I
time.
lied. 10:30 for me. I lied.
10:30 for you. Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
past your bedtime. Anyway. Chicago Street Course next week in the Gen 7s. How do you feel about the street?
Not good. I'm here to race I'm here to race oval, not road courses. So,
road courses?
yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where I'll run them to get the points, but not real racing.
Not real racing. Hey, I will. I will agree.
It is boring. It is not fun.
Well, I don't even have the track, so I'll have to get it Friday to get ready for Tuesday. So I guess we'll find out. I'll be brand new to that one, so we'll see kind of what happens.
You're not missing
there.
much. Not missing much.
Is it better in Sonoma?
Well, I'm good at Sonoma, so I'm a little biased.
Oh, okay. Well,
It looks better than Sonoma.
Looks better than Sonoma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that was not a very good comparison then, like Sonoma. So, all right.
I like it just 'cause I'm fast. That's the only reason I like it. I mean, I like when I'm fast.
You like it when you're fast. All right. We'll stick it with that one. All righty, buddy. Well, I know you probably got a few final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate P3. So I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to give a shout out to you for broadcasting, Dakota, and everyone that is behind the scenes of this. They do a great job putting this together. Andrew as well. I want to give a shout out to Wanagoons, OG Gear, everyone that helps out on this thing, and my buddy Case for getting this paint done tonight. So looking forward to next week.
All righty, buddy. Well, like I said, congratulations on the P3 here tonight, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know exactly what room he needs to go in, so I'll just put him up there in the southern. So, all right, we'll let him do what he needs to do out here tonight. Well, what a great race it was here this evening. Some yellows, some bumping and banging, some paint trading out here tonight. We had it all. Even a 3 wide out here tonight. So, Chicago is basically an infinity-shaped track. Oh, interesting. That's definitely good. All right, then. See how that goes. All right, well, let's get down here to the unofficial results. Pretty the admin stuff they have to do here tonight. Kyle Heath grabbing the win out here tonight. His second of the season. Congratulations to Kyle on the win. Quentin Clark there in second. Blake Giglio third. Andrew Rattel fourth. Isaiah Sutherland fifth. Dakota Camper in sixth. Patrick Colby seventh. Eric Jensen in eighth. John Osborne ninth. And Matt Crockett in 10th. Justin Lumpkin at 11. Josh Anderson 12th. Shay Tarleton 13th. Levi Murdoch 14th. Zach Michaelis 15th. Jason Heaney 16th. And Aiden Tatro in 17th. Matthew Prentice in 18th. And Chad Ashley did not start here tonight. But again, our winner here this evening, Kyle Heath here at Bristol. Again, congratulations to Kyle on the win here tonight. A big shout out to our sponsor again here tonight, the Gathering Place Church here tonight. You can catch them live on Facebook and YouTube every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Again, a big shout out to them and Dakota Camper on sponsoring tonight's race here for Southern Excitement Racing League. Again, a big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine for sponsoring the stages for these guys this season. So, and a big shout out to all the fans out there here this evening. We appreciate everybody tuning in each and every night that we do broadcast over here on MaxspeedTV, whether it be myself or Steven. Big shout out to everybody out there that tunes in. But that's going to do it here tonight on MaxspeedTV. Until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night. Oh, one more thing. A big shout out to Eric W. out here on the awesome song he made. So everybody give Eric out there a big clap on these songs. Y'all heard the first one here earlier at the start of the broadcast. Y'all's going to hear the other version here at the end. So again, a big shout out to Eric and everybody else out there. We do appreciate it. So until next time, stay safe. Thank you all again, and have a good night.
Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Maxspeed TV, where the fun's never done. More legends, more than that comes alive. done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The tracks are staged, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting, great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Maxspeed TV, where the fun's never done. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight. Tracks alive like a racing heart. Here's the place where legends start. Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting, great chat,